Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Everett. So, section 3 of the ankle mobility series, we're going to throw in one more stretch. So, if you watch the first video, we're up to 3 whole stretches now, so not a whole lot. Hopefully, you're doing them consistently, though, and the right way. And we're going to get to strengthening. So, again, if you watch the previous videos, I think about flexibility and mobility, stability, or strengthening like this. It's like a backpack. You want that flexibility, that backpack, as big and as capable as possible, but then you got to pack it full of stuff to actually use when you go hiking, hunting, rucking, camping, something like that. So hopefully we've been training our flexibility more, getting more passive range of motion. We've been doing our isometrics to connect with our muscles more neuromuscular connection, and now we're going to get down the nitty gritty and isolate to like the arch and the big toe and add some sets and reps of strengthening exercises that we become super strong, skilled, fast, and have good endurance with those muscles. All right, so first stretch we're going to learn, and last one in this series, is a shin variation that we went over, but we're going to pull the big toes up. So again, looks very similar to the shin stretch or the anterior tibialis stretch we learned in the first video, except I've got my toes pulled up. I'm still adjusting my height with the block. It's easy to sit too low and start to rotate at the shins and cheat and be in a bad position. We're focusing mainly here on the big toe. So we're going to be here for 2 minutes. If you don't feel a stretch in the first 15, 30 seconds, don't drop as low as you can go. All right, usually that stretch picks up again 15, 20, 30 seconds into it. So start out a little higher than you think. Don't feel anything, ease down. All right, focus on the positions, focus on spreading your toes evenly on the ground. You can reach back and feel where your ankles are if they're shooting off into one direction or really rolling. Again, raise up that block and focus on the form over the depth. Basic 2-minute stretch. All right. After this, we're actually going to go to some individual big toe work. So find something, maybe the corner of a desk or the doorway in your home, and we're going to isolate and just pull that big toe up and do a big toe stretch. You might not feel a whole lot on one side, and then holy cow, that second side feels crazy. Your big toes have 4 muscles. All right. If you lose control of your big toe, it's going to affect your knees in your squat. It will cause bunions down the road. That could be one factor of getting those bunions, so not great. And again, in terms of performance, jumping, sprinting, you want strong big toes. So these are 2 stretches to start to get a little bit more range of motion at the toe level. After this, we're going to move into our first of our strengthening moves. So it's actually going to be a foot crunch. Now you can do this kneeling or standing. I usually like to throw a foot up on a bench, so it's like a half kneeling. Pretty simple. I have very, very flat feet. You can see here, and all I'm going to do is crunch my foot into a good arch. You can do these even if you have good arches. Just take your arch and contract. Try to spread your toes, maybe a little bit. If you don't have flat feet, add in that variation there. And you're going to hold and then relax. So, just like working out, we're going to do 3 sets of 12 reps, something like that. Too easy, 3 sets of 20 reps, all right? Still too easy, do 3 sets of 10 reps with a 3-second hold, all right? Something you're going to notice is we're not curling our toes, all right? They're pulling straight back to the heel, but they shouldn't be getting super white like there's no blood in them because you're pushing really hard down. We're using the arch muscles to crunch that foot. All right, so watch out for that. Don't use the toes that much, just the arch. All right, one side might feel drastically different from the other. So again, set a rep scheme, stick with them consistently, treat them like a workout, treat them like a squat or a bicep curl. All right, throw them in the workouts. The next move we're going to do is something I've kind of come up with, and it's a lighter variation on something that if you've ever been to rehab before, you've done, and that's sitting down in a chair and you've got like a towel underneath your foot, and you use your toes to pull that towel closer to you. So the way we're going to handle this is get set up really anywhere, on the floor, on a chair. We're going to have our feet out like so. And what you're going to do is point your feet as far as you possibly can. And then you're going to pull your toes down. All right? Keep those toes pulled down. I call these toe curls for a reason. And then pull your foot into dorsiflexion or pull the feet up toward your face. Then reach the toes up and pull them back. Point, toes down, curl them. Up, toes up, pull them back towards the face. Point, toes down, curl them. Keep them curled hard as you pull the feet up. So I like to do those after stretching. For some people, doing them before you stretch or you warm up is pretty rough. You'll cramp out lower calf kind of near the Achilles and right at the that meaty part of the gastroc. So again, maybe do some stretching, that standard calf stretch, and then same stuff, 3x6, 3x10, 3x12. Focus on as much range of motion and as much of a contraction as possible. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is going back to the big toe. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up back along that desk or that doorway or the rig at a gym, the squat rack. We're going to act as if we're going to stretch that big toe, but we're going to contract all of our foot muscles and almost try to lift that big toe off the rig and hold that position, then remove the foot. Try to not let that big toe drop at all. So you're contracting extremely hard. You can hold this for 3 to 5 to 10 seconds and then relax. So what we're doing is we're practicing control right at the end of our usable range. So we could obviously take our hand and crank on our big toe and pull it up as far as we could, but could we contract there and use that space? Probably not. So we're finding right where we can't control and we can control and building up strength in that position. All right, and again, that's going to carry over to squatting, deadlifting, sprinting, anything like that. So use the new stretch. We're trying to get a little bit more into the foot muscles, get some toe activity going on. Use the big toe stretch and use those, we call them in the functional range systems, lift offs. So we're just lifting off something, or it could be a passive range hold. We're just pulling off something. And do the foot crunches and toe curls, all right? You'll have stronger feet, I promise you, but just like training and deadlifting or plyometrics, it doesn't happen overnight. So throw it in your week, set a program, change up your reps and your rest periods, and get after it. So hope you liked the video, and see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video, and obviously subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when part 4 comes out. If you know somebody who has really bad ankles, obviously share the video with them. And once again, if you like this style of training, go ahead and hit my website up. It's got the hip mobility course on it, 15 videos long, over 2 hours of content, and it's only $29 right now. So get it, use it, start training your hips, and see you in the next video.